I would like to welcome all of you. Chef Vani in, welcome. So glad to see all of you, and I hope things are doing well for you. Today I am making Cambodian dessert. There's so many requests for me to make Cambodian dessert or Khmer dessert. It's very simple. All you need is the sticky rice, these banana here, the Nava bananas, a little bit different than the one I had the other day, which is the part of the plantain. Okay, so this, and we'll double the banana by kneading the banana leaves. Okay, I think in Hawaii they make a dress out of it, hula dress. And I wash and soak the sticky rice for about an hour or so because it's kind of rushed. I was gonna make something else and someone suggested, so I changed my menu. I have black beans, which is kind of purple-ish because I steam over the rice because I'm gonna be combining the black beans, sticky rice. Oh, let me turn on the stove first before I continue, okay? So that way we get everything out of order. I mean, everything out of the way. In the way. It'll be in this way. Because it's gonna, I will need the sticky rice to be less of the liquid today. So I'm using about half cans of 13 ounce. Okay, I am gonna be cooking it down until the coconut milk release some coconut juice. Hold on. I'm wrong. Not coconut juice, coconut oil. Okay. To do that, let me put this mash over so that way it does not spill so badly. And I have non-stick pan for the dessert. So the sticky rice is partially steamed. It's not quite done yet. Okay. My hands are clean. And luckily today, so let me clear the food out of my way. So while I was preparing for the menu that I was gonna be cooking for today, hello, how are you? Gazelle, how are you? So good to see you. Thank you for coming back. I know you've been here before. Say hi to you too, and hello and welcome all of you back. So today I'm making Cambodian dessert, and as many of you know that I was born in Cambodia, and my family, majority of my family are from Thailand. So I was stuck in between the two cultures. I'm stuck between the war now too, in that you don't want to talk about it. So today, while I was decided I was gonna make the kabocha pumpkin or kabocha squash dessert because I bought it and I wanted to make it. So, and then my friend came home. She said, sister, all excited. I said, yes, what's going on? Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Today, my co-worker, they bought jackfruit. For those who don't know the fruit, okay, so jackfruit is not a durian, okay? Durians are the spiky, strong smell, pungent smell. But jackfruit is a big fruit, can be between 35-40 pounds big, okay? And it's a little thorny. It's not as thorny as the durian is, okay? But it's thorny. They came with impediment, just like roses. It said all the pretty flower come with thorn, and all the sweet fruit come with thorn. So I'm just speaking uh, the rhetoric. So she was excited and said, guess what? Sabadi Bay, welcome. Thank you for coming on here. Oakland, California, yes, we same time, 10:17 p.m. as well. California time and Las Vegas, we in 1 hour, okay? We in the same time zone. Say for Utah, they had an hour in advance, and then East Coast 3 hours in advance. So we in the Pacific Coast time zone. And let me finish about the jackfruit. So she's all excited and well, excited for me because she got to brought something home for me every time when she brings something. Durian. Well, durian is okay. Durian is a little custard with strong smell. It's pungent. Okay, if you can bypass the pungent. Anyway, durian is pretty expensive. You know, the fresh one's like $10, $12, $15 per pound. So if you don't like it, you're fine because I cannot afford it anyway. So I can afford it probably a pound. Then my daughter, my little daughter, she loved durian. When I was pregnant with her, that's all I wanted, durian. So when I had that child, and she hooked on durian, and many times, when I'm out shopping with her, and she would want, we'll go to find a durian one time, a little durian like this, fresh, it's about $50, and I'll look at the price of the durian and look at the face of my daughter, it's like, she's all chilling, she wanted it. So I tell her, well, let's go find the frozen one, the one that's already packed, you know, all you just pay for the thorny rinds of the durian. Let's go find something that's already in the nice packages. No, a little bit cheaper, but then you got more, and she was excited to get that also. So then she brought home the jackfruit, okay, and the jackfruit had beautiful sweet fragrance. It's not like durian, okay. This is kanun, okay, bomenturian. Yeah, so it's very sweet. So because all those lady at the shop, they're looking out for the A1C, so they didn't get the A1C too high from eating sweet fruit. It's from eating all the sugar, okay, all the rice, all the white rice. Anyway, so Lucy said that her co-worker went and bought this huge jackfruit. I think this is half of it, okay, so I got this much. And then the seeds of the jackfruit, it's not as big as durian, okay, it's like these, and you can boil it and eat. It tastes just like macadamia nut. So I'm gonna boil that later. Okay, well, I'm doing that. My coconut milk is already set in, so I'm gonna add 1 packet of coconut powder, cream powder, because we don't need a lot of liquid on this because I already cooked the rice and I don't want it to dampen. It's gonna be, because I'm gonna wrap this and we're gonna steam this afterward. So we don't need it to be wet, okay, but we'll need these. Goodness, how long this is gonna take to drain. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my sticky rice and infuse this with the coconut milk that I already condensed it. We're gonna saute this for a few minutes until, I don't know if it's my larger cooking pan. I had it out yesterday and I'm not sure, you better put it back. Anyway, now it's gonna be an impediment because I got more sticky rice than the pan. Okay, we're gonna mix this, okay, because we need this sticky rice here to be eliminated. I'll eliminate it with coconut milk, okay, because dessert is supposed to be creamy, but in America we typically use cheese, use cooking oil, But in Asia, especially in Cambodia, Thailand, and Laos, I don't know much about Malaysia. Um, Let me clean this before it get too sticky. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay. I'm gonna put the steamer. I'm gonna be using the steamer soon. Minute we wrapping this. So I was trying to finish telling you that we're gonna use jackfruit in the rice, sticky rice, steamed sticky rice today, because this is just another type of steamed sticky rice. We can use the bananas, which I am lucky today because she brought both the number banana and the jackfruits, because the Vietnamese lady, they're looking out for their health. So one of them, the one that owned owned the shop, I think. So she went out and bought jackfruit. And for those who know what jackfruit is, right? Like the big fruit that can make some anywhere from 15 pounds to 45 pounds. And sorry, don't get me wrong, jackfruit is very, very pricey. Okay, it's not cheap like apple. Okay, if it's $1.99 per pound, start with $1.99 per pound if it's in season. If it's not, then it'll be about $3 per pound. And if you have 45 pounds and you multiply that by the dollars, though, you know it's expensive. Though it's not expensive as durian, but hey, they're pretty pricey for fruits, you know. I mean, jackfruit does not consider rare or hard to find fruits, okay? But it's widely grown in Asia. I could have used a bigger frying pan. I have bigger one than this, so I'm going to use my hand to help infuse the coconut, sticky rice and coconut milk. That way when we steam this, it'll be shiny, it'll be aromatic, you can smell and the cream of the coconut, okay, because I have a bag of powdered coconut cream and half a can of the 13 ounces of the coconut cream. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm not gonna add sugar because I'm gonna freak out those ladies with all the sweetness. Dash of salt, okay. So, like I'm trying to say that people don't take care of themselves when they're younger. You know, when they get older, now they want to live longer. So the goal is that to start take care of yourself young, okay. Those ladies in their 40, then 50, they now just started to worry about their health. I have shredded coconut, so I have about a cup here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And leftover from last I have it left over from sorry, I'm not gonna use this one. I had it in the freezer, but it don't smell too bad, but I don't want something that's old in here. I had a fresh one today. I cracked a new coconut today. I had a small one. Last time I had this one, it was a big one. No, I'm not gonna worry about this one because it's out of freezer for a little bit. So I shredded a whole one. I shred half of it, and the other half I'm gonna use it for my almond joy, because somebody said that I make almond joy and they didn't get to eat it, so they're boycotting. So I'm gonna have to make more almond joy sometime this week. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend in my sticky rice and the shredded coconut. So we have cream powder sugars, no, I'm sorry, not sugar, cream powder, coconut milk, shredded coconut. So we have 3 kinds of coconut today. So dessert should be rambunctiously delicious. Okay. Because sticky rice always starts sticking, and I wanted to to break it from being too lumping together and mix them with this coconut. And I have black bean already. I steam it over the rice because I just want to save space and cooking at the same time, and it bleed through. Okay, so I had my rice a little purple-ish. Actually, the black bean turned into kind of purple color, which is beautiful. Okay. So when we wrap this, I'm gonna add some of that bean. So when you open up this cake, not only you see the beautiful color of the rice and the streak of the coconut, you also will see vivid color of the black beans. I already steamed this, so it's already ready to eat. Okay, it's already soft enough, so it's not gonna take a long time to steam this, because we're gonna wrap this in a banana sheet, banana leaves, and we're gonna steam this until it's done. Probably 30-40 minutes. I'm gonna try to wrap it in an origami fashion, that I won't be needing string or rope for that matter. We'll see how it goes, because today I have regular banana leaves. Okay, not the pre-cut one. So I dealt with this before, so I shouldn't have issue with it. If I do, I must have forgotten how. Okay, I shouldn't, because I've been making this all my life already. Okay, I just got some of this from the bottom. It's a little bit hot. So got a lot of coconut milk on the bottom, so let me mix them really well. It smells so good. Typically I would add a little bit of sugar, but then they're freaking out about eating too much sweet, so I'm gonna use the sweetness from the jackfruit and the banana itself. Okay, let me sample this. It's not cooked thoroughly, but it's quite all right, because we're going to be steaming this. Okay, my counters are clean, so I'm tracking it. It's already tastes like cake already. Okay, because this process requiring hand to work effectively, so therefore I took off my glove, because I don't get along with glove very well, because I feel like it's in the way, and I need to feel my own skin. You know what I'm talking about? And plus, I'm cooking for family. I'm not cooking for special guests or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we already have enough oil in the coconut milk and coconut oil, so therefore we don't need to even butter it or oil or banana leaves. Okay, let me see. I can move back the camera so you can see. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me move some of this stuff from the floor, because I'll step in it and I'll walk with it all around the house. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get a steamer going on a low heat, so that way when our cake is done, we we'll go ahead and steam it as we go. So that way you can see the sample. And okay, so the banana leaf look healthy, no breaking, nothing. So we should be good to go. I have scissors around within, so that way if I need to trim or cut it, then I will. I pre-side this already, and I clean and air dry a little bit. Cici, hola, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. So today I'm cooking Cambodian sticky rice, steamed sticky rice cake with the aromatic jackfruits, and I have the Namba banana also. Okay, this banana here. So I have two kind of what you call it, filling. Okay, so I got lucky today. Those Vietnamese women, they didn't like the sweetness of jackfruit, so I have jackfruit to be our comprised ingredient today, which is fine. You know, I tell Lucy, oh, if those ladies, you know, don't know what they're doing, can just bring all the food here. We'll take care of it. Oh. So what happened was that the nail technicians, they are middle-aged Vietnamese women, so they're concerning about their health now. So let me shred the jackfruit first. Okay, I de-seeded already, and then this seed here, this is jackfruit seed. Look like this. It looks like this, and I can boil this, and the inside of it tastes like macadamia's nut. Very healthy. Okay. So if you buy jackfruit, if you buy the whole fruit, so the whole fruit can be bigger than this bowl. A lot of them are bigger than this bowl. This is like small size. Okay, so at one time we got lucky. It was in California. My good friend bought a huge one, and like I think it's like 35-pound one for my mom, because she considered my mom as her grandma. And it was during my brother's funeral that we met. So she got us a huge jackfruit, but her jackfruit was not ripened as much. So this one right here is pretty ripened. So it gets really very, very sugary when it's ripened. And then yeah, it smells so. It smells just like one of those famous perfume from France. It's so sweet. Okay. So jackfruit is not like durian. Okay, durian is pungent, it's stinky, but expensive. When I went to Thailand, my cousin took me to because they want some. My cousin want durian, because durian is too expensive for folk in Thailand. Some of the folk in Thailand cannot afford to get their own durian, and so they talked me into go to the market with them, and they said, "Oh, look at across the street, there's durian stall, fruit stall." So we walked across over, and sure enough, there was called Mon Tong durian, which is the golden pillow. What are we talking about? Durian. Okay, it's one of those like well-known durian brand called Mon Tong. Translate to golden pillow. Durian. I don't know, it's called golden pillow because jackfruit and durian is not anything like pillow. Okay, it's thorny, it's pointy, it's not even safe to handle it because it's so spiky. And so we went and got a whole bunch of durian, the one that already open, and they just put in the platter and sell it by pound. So I got to eat a few times. I got to eat a few times in Cambodia too, because again, you know, my family can't afford to to buy durian in the country. So when I was over there, I bought to share with my family, and it's all about sharing. And to me, it's fine with me, because those food are ridiculously expensive. Anyway, I don't know if you ever have durian, Sisi. Durian is one of those pungent, very popular in Thailand and Cambodia and Laos, and I'm not sure where else. I think in China, in Japan, and in Vietnam. Okay, I think the most of the major distributors are from Vietnam or Thailand. I'm gonna use some of this banana for our filling today. Okay? It's not quite ripe yet, but I'm gonna section this into 4 quarters, so that way it doesn't get too big. I'm gonna use a few, but I didn't get to eat jackfruit because I think it was not in season. So next time when I visit Asia, I have to figure out what month. Well, the rain come in June and July, and jackfruit, I didn't see jackfruit present, so it might be later or past season. I'm not sure. And there's a few other fruit that's not available. I think I just came into the wrong season. So this banana here, it's good for dessert, okay, because it's not as aromatic as our regular banana. It had some tinge of sweetness, but it's appropriate for making dessert. And I use these to make a few dessert already. If you visit with my channel, or for those who've been around me long enough will know that I make banana sticky rice wrap a few times already. It get popular because among my friend and my family because first of all, this banana here, okay, it's not always available. If it does, it get a little pricey also. Okay, and my friend in California grew this, and it grew bananas. So you never try jackfruit. But jackfruit, like I said, it's thorny. It's that big, that big, that big. It depends on where you got it from. It's called jackfruit, just like a guy named Jack, and just add fruit to it. And the durian, it does not get that big. Durian get about that big, and it's very thorny. Okay, it's very thorny. It can poke you. It's not even funny. Okay. So I'm already got fillings, the bananas and the jackfruit. I'm gonna go ahead and begin our wrapping, okay? So that way we won't be here all night. So I have my green bean. I'm sorry, not green bean. Black bean that's already steamed. I steam it with the rice. I hold it over the top of the rice so it bleed a little bit. It don't matter, but I just wanted some nice color out of it. Okay, I did this before, so I shouldn't be struggle with this. Okay, so let me go ahead and have my first try. We're gonna do the full sheet, which is the banana leaves. Okay, make sure that they're healthy. That I blanched this with warm water. No, actually, I boiled this for a few minutes to make sure that all the dregs and the residue are being taken care of. You know, we never know. Oh, let me start from this end. We can do triangle and do origami fold, see if it's gonna work. Normally the origami fold, I deal with the round banana leaves. Okay, so we're gonna use about a pretty good 2 cups of this, okay, for the bottom. So we're gonna do the top and the bottom wrap. I mean, fillings also. So I start with our rice right here. I hope you can see. And I'm gonna go ahead and add our our sided ingredient, which is with jackfruit. Okay, we can do that as a filling, or we can spread this throughout. So I'm gonna do the fillings, because those lady, they said that they don't want the jackfruit back. So I told my friend that I am gonna put this into a nicer version of jackfruit. So I'm gonna turn this into blend this in the sticky rice. That way it does not get too sweet. It is sweet because this gets so ripened, and it's how can you tell that if not sticky rice, if jackfruit is done? Okay, so jackfruit had this beautiful aroma. You won't miss it when you walk into the room, just like you walk into the perfume store, because it sends this sweet smell, just like, not like the rain. The rain you could like, in fact, in some part of Asia, they ban the rain from the hotel and the airport, or on the plane, because it can be very stinky for those who are not familiar with it. Okay, but for me, who were born eating the rain, it does not bother me, but it's still very stinky though. But thank you for the like and subscription, appreciate that. Please click follow me on my TikTok, so that way I can follow you back. Okay, so here we go. So I started from the end. Okay, so I started, hold on, I hope, let me back you a little bit so you can really, here you go. So I start from this end, full in, just like we do with our egg rolls. Okay, let me see if this wrap is going to be friendly. Okay, sometimes it's not, then I have to be I have to struggle with it. I'm trying to do origami, so that way it's seamless, and that we don't have to require the use of string or to tie it up. Okay, so far I think we in luck. So jackfruit, it's I can't explain it to you, but just that had a beautiful aromatic smell. It's quite expensive, and it's huge. Sometimes if you go to the Filipino store, they will cut into quarter half already, so that way they can sell it to you in a lower price. You don't have to pay for the whole jackfruit, but you'll not be able to finish it, because if you're not familiar with it, of course you're not going to be able to eat it all. But then again, this be good for dessert. If you make ice cream flavor, or in fact it'll be a good mochi filling. Maybe I'll save some for the mochi filling. And the mochi went really well for the party, you know what I mean? Because the kid already had so many dessert already, so they weren't really interested, but then their parent did, so they like the fruit mochi that I made. Okay, so there you go. So so I got it tucked in just like I did with the other cake. Okay, so we don't need to tie this up or string it up, so it turned out to be in a little purse like this, which is nice. Okay, and I'll put it in a steamer once we have a few done. Okay, so the banana leaf, this one right here had a hole. I'm gonna because I'm gonna try it from this end. Yeah, that's what I did earlier. I folded from the triangle end, which is right there. Cece, thank you for coming onto the channel, love, and help facilitate on my YouTube channel. That helped minimize some of the disagreeable people. I don't want to say anything mean, but you do have them. But just to encourage everybody to treat each other with respect, especially the content creator. Don't shoot them down. Okay, it don't matter what you guys do to me, I'm still gonna be here. The least thing you do is to be cordial and respect, and the amount of hustling and things like that. It's not going to drive me away. I'm not going to go anywhere. So it's going to be use of a good use to not do anything funny, right? But I had this wonderful lady on YouTube, CC. She volunteered her time to come into my channel and help me manage some of that issue that I have, and help with the welcoming and communicating with you guys when I really like need to focusing on my cake. Okay, sometimes that's what I need to do, is to really focusing on what I'm doing, because I wanted to be multitask by reading the comments and respond, you know. And if I do that, and then it'll take me 5 hours to cook, and you said taking too long, talking too much. Doesn't matter what I do, you know, you guys gonna scrutinize me anyway, so, you know, I mean, so what the heck. Okay, so we're gonna cut this off. You're gonna post this up, okay. So, but when you deal with, you know, good people, you know, they're reasonable. They're here to enjoy. They're not here to hustle anybody, you know, hustling anybody. So they enjoy. If they don't enjoy it, then just scroll by, and that's all you need to do. You know, you don't have to be all negative. You don't have to be all cantankerous. You don't have to be so mean spirit. You don't need to do all that, because those come with karma. It's attached with karma. So just let you guys know. I don't believe in karma. Well, yes, you do. Okay, so if you don't, you do, but karma is real. Okay, so there we go. Our cake. Okay, it's a little, it tuck in like a little purse. Yeah. So sometimes these people would put them together and they tie into. Oh, for some reason I got shorter one. I managed to make this shorter. I don't know. Okay, I'm so inconsistency. So they will bind this together. Okay, I can do that too, you know. But then these, it won't go anywhere. When I steam, I just put it down this way, and the leaf will not be flying out of the pot. Believe me. Okay. All right. So we had 2 so far. So far, so good. Okay. So yeah. So I'm so happy with Cece. She's such a sweetheart. I don't know, you know. That's why I started to believe that there's so many wonderful and good people here on earth, you know, though there are a few bad apples, but then we still have a full tree of good apple, and that's why these people is what make the world go around and make the world full of love. And oh my goodness, I forgot the bean. Oh my gosh. See what happened when talking too much. Well, you know, I'm telling you that whether I'm talking, I'm not talking, people's always gonna comment and say, you know, that I don't talk. It's like, oh, she didn't talk to us, and they just all left me. And when I talk, it's like, oh, she talked too much. I'm tired of hearing her. There you go. You know, I'm tired of hearing myself too, especially when I have to do editing, hear myself over and over again, just like my sweetheart was telling me that I'm tired of hearing my voice singing. But you're a singer, so of course you're gonna have to hear yourself. I can't help you with that, you know. You're a singer, so that's what you do. You know, you hear yourself before you release your album, so release your solo, whatever, you know. So you cannot be tired here. But I do get tired here myself, though, not just you. I honestly, I get tired here myself after I'm done with downloading. I never really go back and really listen to myself. Sometimes people will send me comment and say, oh, I do this wrong, I do that wrong. I said, well, I go back and say, oh yeah, I did, huh? I'm sorry. Did I do that? You know, I mean, for people who like to hear themselves are the one that like to really self-love, you know, loving, and like to look at themselves in the mirror all day, you know, stuff like that. You know, sometimes I'm not like that. So I hear myself all the time talking. So I get tired, you know. Get tired of hearing myself. Just like my sweetheart would say, he got tired of hearing himself sing. I said, oh, okay. That's something new. I wish I could sing for you, but the least thing I can do is cook for you. Singing something that I can't do, you know. I can croon in the shower, and that's it. About that's about the thing I can do as far as music world is concerned for me. You know. Okay, so there we go. We had the third wrap. I feel a little better, you know. I mean, I'm still a little dealing with a little congested, and I slept with the window open, so and I breathe in extra dust. My goodness, I'm trying not to avoid anything because I'm tired of my little special need. I don't like that. I don't like that, being that special need with my allergy thing, and when I don't, and then that's what happens. Can't sleep with the window open or the dust, and I'm like, really? What's a little newborn, Give myself a break. So I used a little sheet here to help reinforce. I put it, so I'm going to start from this end rolling, so I'm putting a reinforced extra sheet here, a little one, okay, just to help with prevent it from breaking, because we're going to put our rice right in between here. And this one right here, I can do the banana if you like, okay. Make sure that I don't forget my bean, because my friend would notice that, where's the bean? Well, I didn't spill it, because the bean is what's going to make this cake look so pretty when you open it. And I cook the bean also, you know what I mean? I don't want it too big. It's going to be hard to wrap. It's too big. And then sometimes I did like a miniature one. That one's a little challenge. Take a little bit longer and cut the banana in a much smaller size. Put some more bean in there. I got a lot of beans. There you go, Jack and the beanstalk. So there's a folklore story of Jack. His name is Jack, and I think I told the story before. And his mom, or they were poor farmers, so they need food to eat, I think, for the winter. So his mom sent Jack and an old cow to the market. So she instructed Jack to sell the cow. But poor Jack, he didn't understand all that needs. So somebody offered to give him some beans in exchange of the cow. And Jack said, wow, this bean gonna make us dinner. So he came home with the beans. First of all, Jack got in trouble with his mom, I believe, and he said, what? You didn't sell the cow? You exchanged the cow for the beans? How did that happen? So I don't know. Mom probably was about to hit Jack with the hammer, because how did he do that? Now that not only they don't have anything to eat for this winter, they lost the cow. So, where the story go, So mom got mad, so she tossed the bean out of the window, and some miracle happened, and the bean keep growing until it reached the heaven, or reached the, Cece, you heard about that? I love it, And then, so Jack got curious, so he went climb on the beans, and little he know, it took him to this magical land with ochre, and there he discovered the golden hen and egg. So he wanted the golden eggs because his mom needed the money, because he think about his mom and the farms and the old cow that he switched for beans. So he saw the golden eggs, and he wants it, and he didn't know it belonged to the ogre. So when the ogre smelled Jack and the hen or the harp or something, I think the story was with the golden hen and the harp. I think the story got switched around. I can't remember. I read this so long ago, and I haven't read it for so long. So I think Jack had an audacity to steal the golden harp or golden egg. And I think it'll start with golden egg. I'm not sure how it go really, Cece. So help me out. I thought I know the story. I didn't. So when the ogre discovered that his golden egg or the harbor got stolen, and he smelled Jack, so oh yeah, human. So he was about to go chase after his golden harper and harps, or the golden egg. I think I had two versions, either golden egg or golden harps, or both together. I'm not quite sure now. Okay, but I know that Jack climbed the bean. So anyway, if you're interested, you can Google the magic beanstalk or Jack and beanstalk. Okay, and it really is. I think they even make a movie out of it too, huh? Cece, either animation or real movie. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think they make two versions. I think one is animation, one is the real movie itself, I think. So then we got the king who discovered the bean also. So everybody was curious what bean would lead them to. So so the king, I think, summoned the night and tried to figure out what the bean is about, where the bean gonna take them. So when Jack was being chased, and he tried to climb down back through the beanstalk, and the giant followed him, and it shook the earth. And oh yeah, and then I think the king or the farmer chopped down the beanstalk before the ogre came down, and Jack arrived safely with the golden harp or the golden chicken, golden egg, one of those. Sorry, you have to. For those who haven't heard about Jack and the Beanstalk or a magic beanstalk, you're gonna have to read in the kid story book, or check out the movie on the WorkNet. Okay, you know what? I want to add some of jackfruit on this one right here. Why not? So I think with the golden egg or golden harp, Jack now can sell those and bring money for his mom, and I think we have a happy ending story ending. I'm not sure. It's been too long. I read this when the kid was little. Now the kid are not little anymore, and I don't even know where that story go in my library. Travis, welcome. Sorry, I didn't look up. I was concentrating on making my cake. Okay, this is the Cambodian sticky rice wrap cake, and it's very well known in Thailand. We share common same commonality because when I was in Thailand, they make this also. I know in Laos too, and in fact it's influenced as far as in Vietnam go, because Lucy, who is Vietnamese, and she know what this is about. Since she know that I know how to make this, she's been happy with, because now she can order her cake with low sweet or low sugar. So she's happy with that, because she loves sweet, but she doesn't like to eat sweet. Doesn't make sense to you? She loves sweet, but she doesn't like to eat. She loved the sweet. She loved to eat dessert, but she didn't like the sugar. I'll put it that way. She's afraid of it's gonna spike her A1C or her. She's not diabetic, but then she's not look forward to getting one. So this one is with banana. Is little. It's a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and flatten a little bit to give a nice form. Okay, a little shape. Okay. So as you can see that this is the origami folding, so it does not require any string or to tie it up like the traditional cake, okay, where they put together and they will bind it, okay, and they will bind them together like these. I could, but then I already had this in a nice form, folding, so I don't need to tie it up, okay, because it's already pretty without having to tie it. Okay, so I have enough that I can start steaming. We'll do 2 more and then we'll steam. Okay, I want to fill up the steam, so the steamer. So I'm so happy with the banana leaves today. It's been very cooperative. I appreciate that. Sometimes I get so frustrated when the banana leaves is too fresh or too fragile, and I can't even fold. I cannot even manipulate, work around it. But like I said, this banana leaf has been clean, washed and clean. I blanched this, make sure that the dust and the dregs are being removed. And because if it's not, you're gonna be eating all that. Hello, because you never know. Because this came from a major plantain, so of course I'm pretty sure that there be all kind of chemical spray on it, you know, because they have this perfect shape. But some of the banana leaves had wormholes and worm bite, meaning that it's not being exploited with pesticide and things like that we're worried about. Okay, so this one right here, I'm doing the jackfruit because I got free jackfruit today, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna return some of these jackfruit to the original owner because they bought this jackfruit and the jackfruit was so ripened, and jackfruit are very, very sweet, okay? You think banana's sweet, it's just like you eat one of those ripened bananas that's sitting on the counter for weeks and it look really brownie. So same thing, so jackfruit can be very, very sweet, especially if it's ripened from the tree. Because my grandfather grew this in his garden. I'm very familiar with it. Some of the jackfruit grow fruit under the soil, okay, under the earth. It's not a root, but for some reason, jackfruit had this like really strange phenomenon where it started to fruit under the ground. I don't know how that occurrence happened, but mostly, very rare that it happens. I think it's certain species that will grow jackfruit under the ground. Oh, it's just strange, right? It is. You never heard such a thing, but it does happen. But jackfruit grow on the tree. It grew from a tree, but for some reason it grew under the ground. I don't know. Okay, first I thought people was joking with me, but then when I saw the image of it, you know, where farmer do harvest the jackfruit from the earth, I'm like, okay. So I'm not hearing things. I'm not crazy then, you know. I think I oversized this one. So let me make sure that it's gonna work. So when I went to Thailand first time after I left refugee camp for like 40 years, I think. So I went back first time to see my uncle in Thailand and his family and the cousin, and then I also went to Cambodia. So while I was in Thailand, I had so many admirers, other kids from the villages. They're little kids. I had so much fun, so many fun memories from those children. A few of them were my very own family. The rest belonged to the villagers. So the kids attend school, so each have bicycle. They ride bicycle to school in the village. So there's an old bike where it had no owner. So whoever grab it first will get to ride it the rest of the day. But they have to put it back where the villager will be able to use it for transportation. So when the kids know that I need to go around with them, so they went and got the bike ready and bring it to the place where I was staying at, and then we went around the village. And for a while, people didn't know who I was, and they think that I was the new teacher. So they were waving at me and thought that I was a new teacher assigned to that area in Thailand, especially the kids who live in the village, a rural area. The government will assign certain volunteer or teacher to assign the teachers to live in, or the house in the village, so that way they don't have to commute. If they had teachers who live in the village, then they will hired and they can commute back and forth. But those who are employed from the city or from Bangkok or somewhere, they will live in the government shelter until the job is done or until they get transferred. So I fit in that category. People thought that I was one of the new teachers. I had a lot of fun with those kids, and they love being videotapes and taking picture. So the second time when I went back over there is like another, 2009 when I went, in 2016. So it's a good many years afterward. And when I went back, all the kids that ride the bike around the village with me and went fruit hunting, all now parents, or they either got married and have kids, or some of them went work somewhere else, and it was a good unification. Especially my little niece, my second cousin, who was only 10 at the time. So when I returned, she already graduated from university. I helped finance it, send her a lot of money so that she can finish the school during the lockdown. Okay, so I'm gonna steam this because I have 6 done so far. Okay, let me steam this while I'm continuing with the wrapping. So why I'm telling this story? Okay, the story was that when we were out hunting for fruit and vegetables, I was vegetarian at the time when I visited Thailand. So we went out and looked for food for me, because everybody consume. I didn't know. I discovered that the whole village, they eat raw meat. For me, when I was there, I gave my uncle money to go butcher big pig, and they were cleaning the pig in the village. Everybody in the village come to help, because we were supposed to have a Buddhist ceremony for my grandparents. So they were eating raw meat, and I couldn't stand watching. So the kid told me, okay, let's go somewhere else. Then we went right on the bicycle, and we went to explore different farms, and my second cousin grandmother, they're wealthy, so they had a lot of farmland. They have a lot of orchards. So I said, are you sure it's safe? Oh yeah, it's safe. It belonged to my grandmother. So I have old videos of that particular moment that I went and fruit searching with those kids in the village. It was so much fun, and we discovered jackfruits. It was like a lot of jackfruits. we didn't get to eat it because it was not quite ripe. So we went to get some longans and lychee, and then and guava. While we were on the top of the canopy, my niece, my cousin daughter, my niece, she's her grandmother came, and I thought I got in trouble for, but because she was so nice and kind, and instead of scorning at us, she helped us pick the fruits. And she said, if you need more fruit, you come back. You know, we were practically out there stealing the fruit. The fruit is not like we asked for permission. Only my niece said that, yeah, it's her grandmother fruit garden, so it's okay to pick it. We didn't ask from the owner, but we invaded the farm, and we pick a whole bunch of fruit and bring it home. And then I guess the lady didn't want to say anything rude, so she said, oh, come back if you need more. So I feel so I feel so bad, because I said, I'm sorry, we no, help yourself, there's plenty of fruit. Okay. So, but then I don't have to pay for anything though. While I was there, people from the village would bring me coconut and fresh fruit like custard apples and what else? Mangoes, whatever was in the season, they will bring it for me, you know. But of course, I give them money, you know. I wasn't doing free, but then sometimes, a lot of time people don't accept money. They say that, oh, they have plenty from their backyard, or from the garden, so they don't want the money from you. You know, they're just happy that I'm there visiting. They treat me really, really good and with kind respect, and that was a good memory having, you know, when I was in Thailand. Oh my goodness, let me play jigsaw puzzle with. I don't understand that TikTok does that. You know why? And I have to match it exactly, otherwise I'll be doing this all night. There you go. So that was a fun memory. So when I returned the second time, I've forgotten that it's been years later. So when I was there the second time, I didn't recognize the little kids that was running around with me in the village. You know, they recognized me, but I didn't recognize them. You know, I mean, I wasn't ignoring anything like that until I was introduced again, and most of them are married and have kids. Both of my nieces, one with a afro hair. She have afro hair, thick hair, and at the time when I was there, she had lice. Oh, her whole head was like infested with lice. So spend like whole many afternoon help her remove the bug out of her hair. But in Thailand, they don't care, you know, if you have head lice and you have head lice, they're not going to send you home and reprimand the parent, anything like that. So yeah, I was a lice doctor for the village at the time. So it's very common, you know, I mean, especially in that region where everybody share what they have. Even on the adult head. That's why kids said, we will come and stay with you. No, do not stay with me. I'll be okay. You're not scared? No, I'm not scared. I don't want lice to transfer over to my head. So help remove lice. And I told her mom too, you know. Her mom said, oh, I'm busy working. You know, I know she had lice, but then I don't have time to remove them. And she got so much, and you know, she's a beautiful girl. So when I revisit, she was in her adult now. She has her first child, and she named him Frank. I think I told a story about Frank before. Frank is first grandchild of my cousin. So Frank was a little spoiled, and I told the story before. It was really funny because Frank, he was a manipulator. And he had a beautiful vocal too. He was like 5, I think at the time. He was already in preschool. So Frank is very vocal. Dang it, this one broke. So, and Frank know about 7-Eleven because that's where he get his goodies from. So if we drove by 7-Eleven, if we don't stop by 7-Eleven, that day it's gonna be hell because Frank did not stop crying. he gonna cry until he turned blue, and I mean it literally. He cried until he ran out of energy, until he get to 7-Eleven, until he get to visit and get whatever he need from 7-Eleven. What it is a snack, okay? It's the fat snack. No, you don't find tropical fruit in 7-Eleven in Thailand. You're gonna find what you found here in US, you know, soda and all the goodies. So Frank no, because his grandmother took him there plenty of time. So Frank determined that he want to go to 7-Eleven. If he drove by 7-Eleven, if you take him somewhere else, he said no, he want to go 7-Eleven. And at the time his mom was expecting twin, so she was like she was 8 months, and she was big, and she had to carry Frank with her too. So one of the trip, well, many trips she liked to go with, because she didn't get to go places much, because people know that Frank can be difficult, so people don't offer her on the trip. So when I was there, she took that opportunity to go wherever I go, so that she get free treat for Frank. And you know, I do treat him, you know what I mean. I have extra dollars, so I treat my cousin. So we go shopping, we go buy food, and we go buy clothing and whatever it is. So she bring Frank with her, and a lot of other people would like pile up in the back of the pickup. Yeah, no car seat, no. We just joyride. So we'll go to the market, and my cousin will be sitting in the bunk of the truck, because everybody want to go, you know, the whole village want to go. If I go shopping and grocery shopping where I want to go, people want to follow, especially those people that never really get to go anywhere, because they live in the village, and to get to, they haven't really gone out and attend the market, anything like that, because everything they can get from their backyard. You know, for me, I need to go to get food from the market to feed myself and the family too. So I will be going buying meat and vegetables and look around. So Frank came in. Frank knows 7-Eleven sign, you know, when we drove by 7-Eleven, he would say, they call it 7. So Frank said, 7! I heard him crying. His mom said, no, because my cousin wasn't stopping, because we need to go somewhere. It was raining. You know, when it rained in Thailand, it rained hard, right? So it's, unless it rains so hard that we can't see the road, then we have to pull over at 7-Eleven. So Frank saw 7-Eleven, and he started to give his mom a hard time, and he was hitting her already, because, you know, Frank was like a spoiled kid. He's a spoiled brat. I'm sitting inside the truck. I need to be in the seat belt. I don't care what those Thai people do. You know, I need to be in the seat belt, because there's no way, because those people, they drive without, you know, without the limit. They would go like 125 miles per hour and no seat belt. Like, no, thank you. I don't want to die here. I want to go home, back home to America, safe and sound. So, you know, put me in the front seat, back seat with the car seat, and the rest will be in the trunk, enjoying themselves, you know, with the wind blowing, with the rain if it rains. So sometimes we have to pull over, because they get wet, complete wet. And sometimes when it rains, like dog and cats, and sometimes we have to pull over for hours before the rain subsides. So, but no, it didn't stop them, you know. I mean, they come out again. They don't care if it's rain or shine. They want to go somewhere with me, and especially during the festival, the candle parade festival. And boy, everybody, the whole village when they come along, I'm like, my goodness, how many people can fit in the trunk, you know? And then luckily they never get fined or ticket or anything like that. In America, you'll find you heavily fined, you know. In Thailand, some part where well, actually my uncle, he was one of the high rank officer, so in the representative seat. So he's been a constituent in the area for 4 terms. So people knew him. So even the police precinct, they don't issue ticket, because they know who they're dealing with, you know. So So we just, yeah, we travel with confidence. So with a little Frank, he was so cantankerous. He had to like, his vocal was like very clear and precise and so loud, you know. It was so annoying too because he won't stop crying. And until he get to 7-Eleven. And once he get to 7-Eleven, and he didn't want to leave 7-Eleven because first he told his mom he wants some candy, and when he get there, he want candy and the toys. And I shake my head. I said, I got out of 7-Eleven early. I don't want to deal with Frank, a little cantankerous attitude. So his mom was already tired of him, and she lost her temper on him, and she already like put her hands on him already. You know, I mean, in Thailand, do what you like to do with your kids. No one gonna turn you in because a little child need a whole village to raise him. So that's the best place to be, where government don't interfere with family affair, you know, which is nice. So I heard go doop. Frank got his first reward on his back. And I said, don't do it too hard. You're gonna split his spleen. You know, do somewhere else, you know, where it does not hurt his internal organ. And he cried even more. He wasn't respectful with his mom, because, and then his grandma took over and trying to console him. And she have to drag him out 7-Eleven because mother said no, because you told me that you wanted candy. Now that you wanted both candy and the toys, you're not about to have all of that. So Frank is about not to leave the danky 7-Eleven, you know, because he want both. So grandmother had to drag him out of the 7-Eleven, and Frankie put his best show, and everybody turned because Frank was so loud. Well, I don't mind, you know, I love kids, but that one right there, I got out 7-Eleven, and I went to wait outside until, and Frank was like on the ground kicking. That was the worst experience with Frank. So now Frank had twin brother that look alike. All of them look alike. All the two twin brother was born after I left Thailand. So Frank, he had his twin brother that looked so much alike. And I think they have an American name too. Oh yeah, my cousin, my second cousin name is Fern. And she looked like Fern, all right, with all the hair with laces, you know. And so now she had this beautiful long hair. I said, Fern, you have any more lice? I hope not. Okay, well, stay away from me. And if you think it's hope not, okay, you a mother now, you shouldn't have all that lice around your head. Because it's very common, you know, people live in that area. Having lice is no big deal. Everybody has it, so it's common. Yeah. So lice is not the impediments of anything, you know. I mean, no one care. Not really. You know, but for me, like, stay away from me. I don't want no lice from Thailand carried to America with me. No. We have our own lice here in America. That was fun. And then some of the young lady that I first met now working somewhere else, but her mom is still in the village. And when they find out I was there, said, I wouldn't be able to get there because we're so far away. You know, so we did video calls, and it was so nice to reunite with those kids. They're not kids anymore, you know. I mean, they're adult. So it was nice. So my next trip, I don't know if Thailand gonna allow me, because you know the thing that they having that that war with Cambodia. So I have Cambodian nationality on my passport, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. They're not really welcome, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe in a few years when I'm ready to go, that thing will be okay. Because I want to see my family in Thailand too. You know, we're both in Thailand and Cambodia. So. But I don't have a problem going to Cambodia because majority of my family are there in Cambodia. So hopefully that when I'm ready to visit, that everything will be back to normal with Thailand and Cambodia. You know that they've been fighting, I mean, invasion and bombing, all that's going on. I called my uncle up and he didn't want to talk about the war. And he probably didn't want to be discovered also because Thai people do deport a lot of Cambodian, send them home. And though my uncle, he become Thai citizen over 50 years ago. A lot of people don't know that he's Thai naturalization. You know, I don't know what they do to him if they found out that he's Cambodian. So I hope that he will not get discovered and get sent home to Cambodia. He was born in Cambodia. My uncle is only a few years older than I am. But then my uncle does not speak Cambodian like I do. So that's why those Thai people don't know that my uncle is not, that he is Thai naturalization. So I don't want anything to happen to him, so I didn't mention anything about the war, and we didn't talk about a war. I heard so many horrible stories where they capture the Cambodian and send him home. Even student, you know, that's so cruel. But yeah, my memory in the village was the jackfruit. And the rain was not even growing in that region. And the rain had to be grown in certain part in Thailand. But jackfruit also, you know, I mean, I didn't see much jackfruit. I didn't see much fruit, actually. Probably the coconut, probably just a coconut tree. Other than that, I don't see any, only longan, maybe, longan. That I see, and a lot of sugarcane, a lot of cassava plant. Other than that, I don't see anything grow in the region where my uncle precinct. But that was a fun memory of me. The last time I went, I spent a whole 30-day calendar, but not in Thailand. I went to Cambodia for about 12 days, and the rest of the time I was in Thailand, which is recapture the memories and spend time with my uncles and his family and my mom. My mom, she discovered more family member than I do because she remembers her own family. I don't. But I had a lot of fond memory in Thailand, in Cambodia, because I got to visit the world famous cultural heritage Angkor Wat. And I visit other Bayon, I think, Bayon temple. That was nice, a smaller version of it, you know. So yeah, Cambodian had a lot of place to visit, and the monuments and the old ruin. Not just Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat is the big compound. The rest of the monastery or the ruins are a lot smaller. But then all of them had almost similar carvings and religious significance, you know. So I really enjoy. So next time when I go, I wanted to spend time visiting a few other places where I can see some of the old building structure. But then the river here has already been bombed and destroyed by Thai military, as we heard. There's nothing to see there except for rubbles. I never been to that temple. It's supposed to be very pretty, sitting on the top of Phnom Dong, right? It's not pretty anymore because it's all ruined and it's been bombed so badly. and Prasad Pagabai, which is the old Buffalo Man Temple, and the old Chicken Man Temple. Those are being bombed also. But here in America, we have places to visit, like in California, we have Redwood. Oh, let me charge my phone, okay, before it dies. Give me a second, please. Like the Redwood, you will see huge redwood tree that stand testimony of times. Sorry. It's so big is that there's cavity in between it, and that practically I think the car can drive through it, right? Cece, have you been to Redwood City? Redwood Park? Those big majestic trees. They're so big, and I mean, it was like Garden of Eden, you know. I mean, the tree was so huge. It's so, and it ended. It became unalive. I think it got struck by lightning or something like that, and it killed some of the big trees, and the stem of the tree was so big. I mean, so big and so magnificent in the day. You know, now you just see the old image of it. I mean, the old stubble of it. Redwood Park. And I think Montana, Mount Rushmore. And a lot of beautiful places to visit in America. It's just that there's so many places that that I'm not even begin to tell you about. And Yosemite in California with beautiful falls and redwood trees and pine trees and all that. And I went to Yosemite a few times. It's beautiful. And this is where Ansel Adams clip where people like to hike. You can find there in Yosemite. I'm doing the Cambodian sticky rice steamed cake with two filling today. If you just join me, I have ripened jackfruit. It's send it aromatic sweet aroma throughout my nose right here. Okay, and Lucy told me do not eat too much because it's too sweet. She already like warning me, but it's nice because I got free jackfruit today. That saved me about $40 worth of jackfruit. I'm like, it's not a bad idea. You know, as long as you have some crazy ladies who think nothing but, you know, food are bad now, the sugars are bad. So they've been paying for me to make sweet for them, the dessert that low in sweetness. So that worked, you know. I got to come on here and share with you and why those ladies enjoy the sweet that I make for them, which is super cool. And they were saying that, yeah, when they get the dessert from the Vietnamese restaurant or Vietnamese place and it's too sweet, so they can't eat. So they all like the way I make the dessert for my friend Lucy, and she share. And Lucy, she know the value of the dessert, and she was telling me that how much this dessert would cost in the little glass container. You know, I think she might have sell them also. You know, I mean, she make money because sometimes she does come home and she would. This is how she say it. Okay, I know that it's okay to charge them because she does pay for it also. She'll come home and say, "Sister, I have good karma today. I got a lot of tip. People give me cash tip, so because I have cash tip today. I'm gonna give you also. She be handing me $10, $20, almost daily, you know. So she said she either already bought the stuff to make sweet off, or she would tell me that that she give me extra money so that I can take it to get what I need. And then she always give this beautiful compliment. Oh, she said she used to bless for me, say, oh my, you know, the G-O-D sister, I cannot believe it. You make the best dessert. So I know that she want to put buck in my ear, so that way, by giving compliment, I would have that I'll be motivated to make more for her, because I told her that that's nothing feel worse than being unappreciated. You know, when you buy food, you cook food, and all you hear from people's mouth after they eat is that, oh, too much pepper, oh, too much salt, oh, it's too hard, too this, too that. I said, oh, let me have it back, and out the window there, too gone now, you know. So she know very well that to give the respect, and she always give me good compliment and said that she loved the dessert because I know how to please her in taste, that I don't use a lot of sugar. But you know that I haven't been using a lot of sugar on my dessert because I don't eat a lot of dessert. I'll do myself a little sample, and the rest will go to my family and go to her. And yesterday she asked me, sister, did you eat my food? What food? My dessert? Said, no. I made her the sticky rice bean dessert for her. Put in a little cup. I said, no, those are for you. Those are not my favorite dessert. No, I don't. Because those are mine. I said, I know I make it for you. Why would it not be yours? Because don't be so insecure, you know, because I'm home more than you do, then I want to eat your dessert. No, I made those things. If I want to eat, I'll eat. But you know, don't worry about it. I'm not eating your dessert. Enjoy. And say, yeah, because it's so good. You know, sister, you make the way I like it, and you make the best dessert. That made me feel good right there, you know, when she afraid I'm gonna eat it because she love it too much, you know. I said, if you need some more, then you know, a price of beans is a lot less than $2, and a coconut milk is less than $3, and then a bag of sticky rice, you know, that 5 pound, 10 pounds, like $10, and I can use that like 3-4 times. So you know, so don't worry, it's cheap dessert. So no, I want mochi. I don't want that kind of dessert. I want chocolate cover. I don't want your dessert. So I said, okay, because I don't want it to be gone. I said, don't worry, if it's gone, I'll make some more. Goodness, you know, stop worrying. Oh, she was laughing. So, but she know how to make me feel good, though. You know, she know how to give compliment. That's what we like to hear. Whether we making food, making dress, making whatever, if people give the compliment, you know, that's all it is, you know, to warm the heart of the maker. And when people start complaining, oh, too much fat, too dry, too this, they're like, let me have it back. You know, I don't care. I'll just give it to the dog. The dog won't complain. A human sure do a lot of complaining, you know. So, yeah, she know how to warm my heart, so I gotta love her language. She's Vietnamese, so she had this beautiful Vietnamese accent. Like today, she says something that I don't even, because I'm hard of hearing when she says something crazy. So I said, huh? I'm sorry, what? I said, I'm sorry, sister, my English is not good. I said, no, your English is good, because I just have a hard of hearing, you know. Oh. So I said, oh, say it slowly, okay. So she liked it when I coach her in English. Because my English is not perfect, you know, but I can slow down and make more sense out of it. But she's a smart woman, though. She able to pass her board of license certificate, so she's not ignorant by any means, you know. It's just that her English is, in Vietnamese people, they had this unique unique accent that worse than mine. You know, you got to know the person in order to understand them very, very well. So I begin to understand her a little bit more because I keep hearing repeatedly. You know, before I'm like, you know, because I'm hard of hearing too. You know, when she didn't say it correctly, then make it even harder for me to hear and understand. But she apologized, but I apologize too. You know, I didn't try to like ignore you, but then I'm just having a hard time understanding. You know, I mean, sometimes she would spell it for me so that way I know what she was talking about. You know, but and I think I learned to understand her a little bit more, so I don't try to get adamant over a little thing, get offended over a little thing. All right, so we did good, right? The wrapping coming right along, and the banana leaf is really cooperating today. I really like that because it makes wrapping a lot easier. I'll give it for a few more minutes before I open up one of the cake for us, okay? I want to see the one that I have jackfruit in. Shoot, I don't know which one now. I didn't mark it, so if I open the wrong one, I may have to open another one. So this one right here has been bitten, so you know that it's organic. I may get one leaf that's organic. Shoot, let me hide it. Oh, I'm fine, you know. I mean, I'd rather have bug bite than chemical bite, because bug bite you cannot. I think it's a lot healthier than the chemical bite, you know. But I'm sure, you know. But I have to admire these banana leaves, though. When my grandfather farms with banana leaves, and we deal with high wind, and it will break into smaller pieces. But this banana leaf here is almost perfect, so I don't know how they grow this. Probably grow in confinement or greenhouse, something. Or they harvest this before, soon after it's soon as the leaf arrive. But then it looked like it's mature leaves, because if it's young leaf, it will be like yellowish color. Because I know banana. I grew up in a banana plantation, so I know how green leaves and old leaves or young leaf look like. But this leaf right here almost perfect. You know, no breaking. Only went through the process of being processed, so it break. So that's human error, not the element error. Here we go, bug bite. I think I told you guys, I said before that banana leaf had its own magmire, or the larva, the little bug, the little worm. They're not little, they're big, and some city eat them because they said that it's so nutritional. They can collect whole bunch of the banana worms and make snack or meal out of it, you know. Saute with a lot of seasoning, and it tastes good. I think I never tried it before because I didn't know I have to do that. You know, I was telling last time when I was here, Sissy, that you know, I have to eat shrubs or grubs or anything like that in the day. But after the genocide, you know, people started eating weird stuff, and I saw that on the internet. I was like, did people really eat this? So when I went to Thailand, people in Thailand eat them too. You know, Thailand didn't go through the starvations or genocide, but they eat them too. So I went to the market with my cousin. So the first thing she did was to go to get the deep fry. What she got? She got the deep fry cricket farm raised. Okay, and what else? Grasshopper. And she was munching it like the best thing ever, which is, you know, fine. It's better than potato chips and a bag of corn chip from 7-Eleven. You know, nothing against 7-Eleven in Thailand, but the exploitation is real in Thailand. So with all the modern snack that they now distribute in the land, even when little Frankie know what it is. So Frankie's in school now. He just turned 6, I think, and his twin brothers a little bit over 1. They were born in November, so they would be November of 2024. So they're a little over 1 year old. Yeah, they have fluffy hair like their mom. Frankie, same way too. Yeah, I miss those cousins. They so much fun. So when I took my mom, I discovered that we found more relatives in Thailand than ever, because my mom, she knew more about the family. So she recognized them by talking to some of her survived relatives and figured out who was her family members and who her family relatives are. So she got to spend some time with her discovered family member in Thailand, which is nice. For me, I just want some fruits. Yeah, sounds selfish, right? Just want fruit. This whole ordeal for me to go to Thailand is to be able to get the fruits that I miss, you know, fruit that I grow up with. I know first time I went, a lot of visitors I got introduced to, I'm not familiar with, so I wasn't really paying attention. And still I start doing family history, and then I have to start paying attention who those people are to add into my family tree. So that's what I did too. I'm in Cambodia, so I started to making records of my young family members. There's so many of them. I have large family tree so far. You know, it was nice to have expanded when I did my family tree through church programs, a church website program, and I understood how to gather information to do the genealogy for my family, especially those who were killed during the genocide. I was able to gather the names and add them to the family tree. It was very emotional for me to be able to do that, have all the names recorded. And let me check one of the cake here. I hope that oh shoot. I don't remember which one is banana, which one is, I don't remember which one is which though. I'll open it up and see. Okay. So let me see this one. Hope this is the right one. It's not, I'll switch place with it. This one is banana. Well, you know what? I'll have to sample the banana also. Excuse me. Oh no, I got it right. No, it's banana, dangy. Okay, so and how it look like inside. Okay, the banana is done. See how the bean turned out? Okay, so the bean is just like an extra ornamental. Oh, it's my camera. I put some on my mouth. Hold on. I'll do a couple more minutes on there, okay? It's not quite, maybe this is the coconut. So, it smells so, the aroma of the coconut milk and the coconut cream and the banana itself. The aroma from the banana leaves, because banana leaves have beautiful aroma. It's not as beautiful as banana itself, but it has a natural aroma. When it's food wrapping with banana leaf, when you open it up, you can smell the banana leaves. So, all right, I just ate, so I don't want any more dessert, so let me rewrap this for later. Sorry. I wanted to get the jackfruit and see how it tastes like. I know how it tastes like, but I just want you to see it. I eat this tomorrow because I have so much food today. Let me figure out which one it is. I forgot to mark it. I think it might be this one. Let's keep finger crossed. Let me be careful with it so that I won't break the leaves, so that way if it's mistaken I can put it back. And I forgot to mark it. Easy to open because it's origami. Okay. Just trace back everything. Oh yeah, I think this one is, yeah, this one is the jackfruit. This one is beautiful because jackfruit is giving out that sweet fragrance aroma. You know what? I like this one better than the banana. This didn't have any sweetness in it, but this one right here. Jackfruit, you go boy. You graduated today. Oh, nice. Wow. So, it's a little crunchy. Remember, I had shredded coconut. So I have 3 kinds of coconut today. I have coconut cream, cream powdered coconut, and the shredded coconut. So we have 3 major coconut in this one wrapped here. So, and then we have jackfruit here. You gotta love Jack because he is Lucy be screaming if I eat too many. She told me that I only can eat one ear or one what do you call this? One pope. So no, I didn't listen to her. Stand around, I pop one in my mouth. Oh. Mm. Color of Jack is present. Okay, look at that. It's beautiful color. Okay. I got him inside of this cake here, wrapped tightly, and he come out nicely. Handsomely, Jack. Thank you for very nice. Jackie has extra fiber. That's just natural. It's not hair, okay? It's the fiber from jackfruit. Because jackfruit is full of fiber. If you pull it this way, okay, you see the fiber there. Okay? I love jackfruit again. Growing up, eating jackfruit all my life. So it's no stranger, okay? Like I said, I have 2 beautiful bites, and the last bite of jackfruit flavor on my cake here. Tastes so good. I told Lucy now that I appreciate that she considered bringing this jackfruit home, because I have been wanted to make this for a long time. It just that Jack can get expensive. Yeah, so I was dreaming about jackfruit in my cake, and I always like worried about, well, you know, to get Jack and bring him home and turn him into a little sweet. But today I got for free, so that's why I changed my menu today. I was gonna make kabocha cake. It's you know, I already peeled kabocha. It's in the fridge, waiting for the next menus. So I told Lucy that I would I'll take care of Jack tonight. I love Jack tonight, and make him dessert, make him my sweetheart, and the kabocha can wait. Yes, why Jack is here and why he's still fresh. Look at that. So this will be good for ice cream. Yet I'm gonna blend this, or maybe chop this into smaller pieces, and I want to revisit and make the a better looking of what did I make yesterday? Mochi. Okay, because in order to get mochi to be like really shiny, really like sticky, really have to like really work stretching the dough and beat the dough beat the heck out of the dough, and work the dough so well, you know, that it become like super sticky, super shiny and flexible. I think that's the goal, is to get the cook sticky rice to like really knitting and like really loving that thing, stretching like you do with the pizza dough, you know, and then it come out best. I didn't do that much when I was making it, so now I go back and look at my notes that, well, I skip a few steps, is no wonder, but then it turned out pretty good though. But then it should have been better, but that's why I said that it get better with practice, with time, with careful consideration, and really imagine and picture how you want your cake to turn out. You know, if you want rough cake, then you do rough dough. If you want refined cake or fine cake, then you spend some time, you know, working it, knitting it, and folding it, and pamper it, and keep in the refrigerator for a certain time for it to get mature, to get forming and all that, you know. So how we can revisit, and some already order almond joy because they said that, oh, I didn't know that you do this. I didn't know you did da. It went on and on. So of course, you know, what make you think I can do this and do that? Because I cook Cambodian food all the time. The Cambodian food are very hard to cook. Consider some of this sweet right here, you know, especially the chocolate cover. Like it's, it doesn't need a brainer to do that. You know, I mean, it think it easier. So it's no bragging, but no, it take a little bit of practice for it to get it right, for us to get it. The final solution is to get everything in its perfection. So while I was talking to you and my hand was working, so I got quite a few done. Okay, so remember, these are origami folding. It does not need any kind of string tightening or fastening or anything like that. Fastening. So it's all in a nice little purse, which I'm proud of because I've gotten better each time when I do this, okay? And that because I have this banana leaf that I did something right about it today. You know, I blanch it, I clean it, I let air dry and allow the air to to set in and provide extra strength for the leaves, which is, that's how the Asian folk do. After they harvest the leaf, they clean it and they sun dried it until it withered, and that process allow the leaf to be more flexible, you know, and it very endurance when it's dry in heat. So I let it sit for about a couple hours after I blanch it and allow air dry, and for some reason it worked really well today. I was able to look the way I fold today. I even folded from different angle and it did really well. Usually I wouldn't be able to do that. So you see in my cake it has like a little cross line, a parallel line. So see it, meaning that typically I will fold from this direction, okay? So you will see the line of banana leaf down slope or up slope. But today I did from this angle here, okay? So in this angle, it allows the cake to have this beautiful, like, rectangular or upside down slope. So making Cambodian dessert is fun. That just because it takes quite a bit of work and practice. And this cake right here, with my children generation will not achieve this because they don't have patience for, especially when you're dealing with these fragile leaves, okay? If they don't know how to handle it, you won't be able to. As many times as I deal with the banana leaf, I still find myself frustrated when it keep breaking, or too many hole, you know. But then tonight I got lucky, so I appreciate the fact that I got nice banana leaf today, able to help me accomplish the wrapping in a beautiful folding here. It's called origami, purse fold or something like that. Okay, so a lot of time people will put the cake together and bind them because they don't do the folding. They do the other folding, which does not have a pocket area where we will flip-flop and fold everything in place like this, because it didn't do that. In order to keep the banana leaf together, they have to bind it like these and would fast it with rope, okay? This manner here, like that. I still can do this, but then I don't have need for it because the way I fold it is already secure in place, okay? So they will tie all around it to keep the banana leaf from flipping, okay, or untie, because banana leaf it's very it's slippery. So, and that's why you find people will tie them together like these, because it will open up, Okay, it will open up and the cake will spill and you won't have nice cake. So this is the old tradition. Not this folding, no, a different kind of folding, but then that kind of folding will need this kind of fastening here, not fasting, fastening in this fashion, okay? So typically it's from the ropes, but as you know that this banana leaf is strong, so typically this is how it's originally done, okay, with tied it up in this format. Okay, I can do that and have no issue with, but I don't have to do that. Remember, I did that already, but I just want to show you the different way to make these cake here. Okay. When you tie it together like these, it allows the cake to stay firm and it's not flip-flopping. And this is where all the old folk were doing in the past time. But I figured out, because I'm tired of doing the old folk pastime, struggling with binding them together, because it takes a little bit more time to bind them together. So I figured out a way to do it, because I do origami. So I figured out if I do origami, that will solve the whole problem of wrapping this thing and tying this thing, you know. But look at this, okay? I can use the banana leaves and do that. So, you know, you can do all that, because all it is just straight from banana leaves, and you match them up. Okay, because my cake was not even. Some of them longer, some of them shorter. So find the one that would have the same length and tie it in the middle. And this one break. Typically, they will want it tight, because if they don't tighten it up, the sticky rice would be overflow and be leaking. So, but then because my cake's already secure in the folding secure, so it will not leak out. So I'm not tightening it up so tight like traditional way. So I'm doing it just to show you how it's traditionally done. They won't be tying this with banana leaf for sure, because they be tying with stronger ropes. But these, I'm doing this just for the fun of it. And in fact, it had a beautiful effect, because once this is cooked, the cake will get expanded and it's gonna get tighter. And that's what I learned about the sticky rice cake, is that it's already steamed, but then when the rice is already pre-cooked, but when it's steamed, it's gonna get fatter. Okay, the rice is gonna get fatter, and this rope here would get tied up. So there you go. So people said that, why are you not doing the way old people do? First of all, I'm not that old. Secondly, I like to reinvent things on my own. And it's a great idea, though. You know, I mean, old idea is good. Old folk idea is great, and that's how it's originated, which I appreciate, you know. Without their wisdom, I won't be able to do this at all. So I appreciate a little bit of it, but then I like to do things in the way that I can leave impression on my own. You know, having to copy and do everything by the book. Okay, so there you go. So I have to match this, because for some reason I got one long, one short. I don't know how, but I did. That's how my brain works. I can never get things to match up really well, but it does not need matching though. I mean, at least it may not match link, but it'll be okay. It's manageable. So this is how the original cake it will be. Okay, they bind it up like this. That's because they fold a different manner that need to be bind. Mine don't need to be bind, but I just having fun with it right now. because I'm just happy the fact that and that the banana leaf has been so wonderful to me, and I just want to give them a new level of appreciation for that. So I'm going to tie up my cake. So, oh, I have one more cup over here. Okay. Then I'll steam this, and I'll remove the one that we just have, and it's steamed just fine. Like I said, the rice is all partially cooked. The only thing that needed to be cooked a little longer was the banana. And jackfruit doesn't have to be thoroughly cooked, because jackfruit it's a fruit that we can eat fresh, or actually they don't recommend cooking it, but in this particular format, I'm using it for the filling. So it cooked, and it tasted really, really good. It didn't change the flavor. It didn't change the aroma. In fact, it smelled even better because it wrapped and it trapped in the aroma. So it worked really, really well. I'm pleased with that. Okay, so I'm done. I have 3, 4, 5, 6 of this, 12 cake. I have 12 individual wraps, so I put them together, so they're 2 each. Let me remove the one I already have, and I'll put this in the steamer because it's been wrapped in a couple, so it's gonna take a little bit longer to steam, because I used to lay them flat individually. Now I lay in this fashion, so it take a little bit of time to cook, which I don't mind. I have the time, but what I do is that I will do a little short videos just in case you're wondering what's going on, right? I mean, I've done this before, and I will leave all the ingredients that I produced today on my YouTube channel. Okay, you can visit me there, and if you do move from TikTok and follow me on my YouTube, just send me a little indication that you hop from follow me from TikTok, and leave me a comment, because the live comment does not stay in. Okay, as soon as I log off, the live comment will also be eliminated. So I don't know how that works with YouTube. CC probably know better, because she moderate for a lot of good channels, a lot of major creators, but she's been on here supporting I'm very small, probably one of the smallest channel that she got on to help moderate, which I appreciate her kindly. Okay, let me remove the one that I have, and I'm going to refill the water already, because I steam it for a while. I don't want water to get drained and burn the pot. Okay. So just to let you know that there are so many ways to cook the sticky rice banana wrap cake. Okay, you see me doing the same thing repeatedly. It does appear that way, okay, but each time I do this, I do it differently. I do different fillings. Sometimes I do pork fillings, and which I have not done for a long time. I did that about 2 years ago. I haven't done one yet, but let me know if you'd be interested in do the sticky rice with the pork belly. That one is really, really good with the pork belly fillings. In some culture, they make them this big, but I like mine small like this. It's easy to eat, individual size. Okay. So see the wrapping, even the cake expanded. Okay, the wrapping stay intact. So this got a really good tuck in. So you know, okay, it got a little bit bigger than when it was before we steam it. When we steam it, like I said, the rice expand. Remember, I told you that the rice will cook and get expanded, which is that's the nature of rice. Because even I cooked the rice partially, almost done. But when I wrapped it, it got a little fatter, which is natural because the rice expand once it get once it's heated. And this, of course, remind me of making tamales, which I never gotten to make tamales because I'm still waiting for this person to send me the recipe for the flour tamales. He didn't tell me that when we don't make tamales for our flowers. I will research some more because I went to make comment on his cooking show and he was happy that I made comment, and I told him that if he can send me the recipe to the rice flours tamales, because he's making from corn tamales, corn flours. I can't have corn. I probably can imagining it, you know. I mean, it's not that difficult, but then it may not taste the same way. Oh, let me refill the water. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, I'm gonna increase the heat. Let me put this in, and then we ready to roll. This is gonna take a little bit longer to steam than the individual one, but I'm not gonna keep you here. I'm gonna excuse us a minute, okay? I just want to show you the one that we finished. I love my steamer. It's not like Asian steamer that look this big. You know, I mean, they can steam so many in the. They have double deck, you know, so they can put like 30, 20 of them. It depends on what they're steaming. So this one right here, Stone got me. So it's so cute. So I like that cuteness. It's killing me. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Okay. It's beautiful. It's still in one piece. It didn't come off, so that's why we don't have to even tie it. But then for the sake of it, I show you how it's done traditionally, you know, the ancient way where the grandparents, the great grandparents, been doing it for all their life. And when I cracked the code of Da Vinci, and you know, you can reinvent stuff like this, and it worked, you know. Look at that. Okay, but then you're gonna have to get the kind of banana leaf that will cooperate with the kind of work too. If it's not, then you'll be tossing your head. You're gonna be tightening, trying to hide the broken pieces. Okay, so I still have this much to do, and of course my good old Jack is still here, and I'm gonna save some for my for the filling for my mochi, because now that I got something that I like to have some for myself, I'm gonna do mochi. We're gonna come back and do a better version of mochi. Last time it was my first time doing. I told you guys that already. My first time doing mochi. It's not too bad, but it's not the best work that I would love to do as far. Thank you, Cece. Yes, the cake is success tonight. Okay. So like I said, when I do something, I want to produce a memorable version of it. You know, I don't want casual work. I want at least a presentable kind of work, because in my work I expect that kind of standard. Okay, So I have Jack. I'm gonna put him in the freezer or fridge because we're gonna come back in a day or two to do hopefully tomorrow and see how it goes. I think I have enough ingredient for mochi, and I still have rice cracker. I'm glad I didn't do the rice cracker for the baby birthday because I still have so many cupcakes and cake that her mother sent because she got too many cake. Her friend produces beautiful, beautiful cakes for her with like real nice, beautiful decorations, and then a lot of cupcakes, and then I make them mochi, and then what else they have? They have all kind of little, a little, we call those little cake thing, cake ball thing. So if I make those, if I make the rice crispy, it would have sold out too because those like kid attractions, you know, they love rice cracker. But I still owe her that. I'm gonna make it for her and perhaps bring her over here and have her decorate her own rice crispy cake or something like that. Okay, so maybe at the end of the week. But tomorrow definitely I want to put Jack into work and make him the center attention for the mochi. I think it would be nice. The rain would be nice, but I couldn't afford the rain. Or no, I don't want to have to go driving 8-9 miles to get that particular fruit for my mochi. Okay, all right. So guys, especially Sissy, who's been up doing this. Thank you, Sissy. It's success, and not just because you here with my audience. Keeping them tuned up and in tune with my cooking show. I appreciate you. I owe this to you. Okay. Next time you come, we're gonna cook together and allow you to come into my kitchen and do some cooking. It'll be nice. Okay. She did. she stacked it up with jackfruit. No, they this jackfruit here, they had the hydrated version from some other grocery store, the major grocery store, especially Trader Joe's. They carry all kind of there you go, Trader Joe's. They carry all kind of dry fruits, dehydrated fruits, and jackfruit is one of them. I used to get snack from them in a fancy bag, you know. Yeah, really nice. And if you have if you buy the big one like this and you can't finish it, then you're gonna have to get the dehydrate machines and put this guy into business. Or yeah, or you can fry this and make a chip out of it. But for me, I won't have left to do all that fancy work. I want to be eating this because this is like my one of my Asian favorite fruit too. Okay, beside the rain. The rain is okay, second best. I don't care for if I don't have it. I went, and if I crave it enough, I just take one trip to Asia during the season, and then I just eat whole bunch and fly home. And they said, well, you know, the plane ticket is more than we get here. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So I'll just go to California and get a bunch of it. You know, it's cheaper in California, right? Okay, Cece, appreciate your love for helping out today. I appreciate you kindly. Bay, thank you for coming back and cheer up, and your comment is appreciated. I appreciate you. Say hello to your mom. Hopefully that if I'm in the area, hopefully that I'll get to see your mom and meet your mom. Sounds like she's a great woman, and perhaps one of this time when I'm in Stockton during the holiday, and you can drive your mom over and visit the temple and what have you. Okay. But it's so good for your support on my channel. You guys been great. Okay, it's later in the evening, in the morning already. It's a new day. It's Tuesday, so let's have a happy good night to all of you. And again, thank you so much. And right, see, I appreciate your love. Yeah, Bay, thank you so much. And Oakland, yes, Oakland. And then who won the Super Bowl? I know Patriot was crying. I wasn't watching the game, but I was there for the baby birthday, and then my daughter happened to make a katio or pho, so she got me the biggest bowls. I enjoyed it after hard work, putting away, cleaning up after the party. So that big bowl of noodle helped. Okay, So she got me that big bone like this, and I was gonna bring it to my dog, but my dog's only this small, and the bone was this big, so she won't be able to even move the bone. So it's so funny. Anyway, so you guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in TikTok. I appreciate all of you. You guys been the best audience ever, and I owe all that. If you're all here, we're gonna enjoy this. Okay, it's so bad, too bad that you are not here. So but then you can learn this and do this like I do today. Thank you so much for the heart, for the love, for the like, for the thumb, and for the share, and for the subscription, and for the following. I appreciate all that, and from me to you, so much love, so much respect, and had a good evening where you at. Okay, Richmond, here we go. Love California, my hometown, my former hometown. Now I make Las Vegas my hometown, and love it over here. Learn to love it over here. Before I'm like, I can't live through this desert element. It's too hot, 120 degrees. I'm like sweating from head to toes. Now I got acclimate to it. So when it's too hot, then I stay inside, so that worked. All right, guys, love all of you. Thank you, Cece. Have a good night, love. And she did. Oh. Good to hear. Yeah, you have family in Seattle. A lot of Cambodian and a lot of people live in Seattle. But thank you for sharing about your family. Okay, right. And good night, guys. Again, I'll see you back tomorrow. Thank you so much. Good night.